Hey everyone, Anthony here, AFT Dog Training. Tonight, again, I'm going to discuss and pick apart some more positive only and force free nonsense. Um, a buddy, a colleague of mine, I was pretty friendly with him at one point. Again, I'm really irritated by this that his seminar here in Chicago was canceled or cancel culture because positive only and force free dog trainers and supporters and advocates forced their agenda to purposely hurt an individual and people and dogs that were planning on attending his seminar. So I'm going to say that again. Force free and positive only dog training advocates forced their agenda to stop Jeff Gellman's seminar in Chicago and force their beliefs onto the public and the people that were planning on attending his event. So it's time for us to start talking about their dog training instead of us not striking back and turning the other cheek. A lot of balanced dog trainers like Jonas Black is being very proactive. I'm calling out their nonsense, and he has inspired me to start doing the same. And I'm going to start here with one of them that started with me about a little over a year ago. This Annie Phoenix teamed up with a possible fake doctor named Dr. Reisner from Reisner Veterinary Behavior Services and critiqued one of my videos of me saving my dog Trey he wasn't my dog at that time, but this is Trey. He's tattooed on my arm here. He has 3 legs. He has 3 legs because he had such bad crate anxiety. He would break out of crates, jump out of houses from having house anxiety, and then he got hit by a car and unfortunately lost a leg. Positive only rescue was sending him to his death until some supporters of his reached out to me, and out of the kindness of my heart, I took him in pro bono and to rehab and train him, and I ended up keeping him. He's an inspiration to me, as to others. I did a live Facebook video showing how I use remote collar, scrolling from 1 to 15. So as much as positive and force-free dog trainers and supporters here like Annie Phoenix lies about what goes on with dogs and the tools, the remote collar, the same remote collar that our police officers and military officers use on their canine dogs, is nothing more than the same technology as a TENS unit that we use on ourselves in physical therapy. My mom has a spinal cord stimulator TENS unit installed in her back. It can go on low levels, it can go on high levels. I have an external TENS unit that I put on my back, and I like it high because it releases, when my muscles are tight in my back, it releases the tense muscles. I was using that same concept on Trey when he was in a crate to calm him down. And I did this on video, scrolling from 1 to 15 until he calmed down, and it was on video. At that moment, I was getting called all types of derogatory names by positive only and force-free advocates while I was doing the live session. Some of them were pushing for him to be killed. Some were pushing for him to be medicated. Reisner Veterinarian Services wanted to heavily medicate him or just kill him outright. Again, if you go to Reisner Veterinary Behavior Services YouTube channel, and I want to touch on this in a second with this person, or their web page or anything, Facebook page, there is 0.0 videos of them dog training. They say they're veterinary behaviorists. They have a lot of letters after their name for some kind of certification test that they've done. but they never actually lived in the world of dog training. If they did, there would be some kind of footage and videos. Even when I was growing up in my household and we had as many as 16 dogs growing up in a small, not a large yard household in New Jersey, we still have photos from the 80s and 90s. We didn't have photos and video like we do now. For some reason in this day and age, Annie Phoenix here, Ilana Reisner, I guess they're not educated enough to be able to hit the little camera button on their cell phone and then hit record. Because they are swearing that they have the answer to stopping leash reactivity and dog behaviors. Why not put that advice out there with all the dogs that are being euthanized every single year just in the US alone, so that people could get the help they need? Some people can't afford the dog training. That's why if you go to our YouTube channel, and I am not, Mr. Social Media or anything. I just post some videos that I almost videotape everything we do. And we try to give free advice because I know people are struggling. And if you look at the videos we put, I give comments from all over the world thanking them for my puppy videos. This is awesome work. Thank you. Positive, force-free people come on and leave negative comments just because that's how nasty and toxic they are. I don't go onto their YouTube channels and do that. I don't go to their Facebook reviews or Google reviews and do that. They do that to myself and my colleagues. They give death threats to our colleagues and myself. They make fun of our children. This is absolutely fact and backed up by the evidence of what they post. There's no debate about it. It's their actions. So their actions speak for themselves. Would you want somebody that's that toxic to be training your dog? Ask yourself that. These are some nasty people, man. I get clients in that say that they get some really nasty people come up to them because their dog may have a prong collar, remote collar on. Just disgusting. And this just happened to my buddy Jonas. He was working with a very difficult dog, and I believe he said, the woman who was a positive only advocate started making fun of the way that the people looked, his clients' looks and his apprentices' looks. And the way that she was making fun of them had to do with, let me check this. The way that she was making fun of them had to do with the way that the person's gender was. And that is pretty sickening. So, that's what you're dealing with when you're dealing with positive only and force-free people. And that's what you're dealing here with Annie Phoenix. So Annie Phoenix, not knowing the backstory of anything that I was working with the dog, she decided to share the video of me training my dog, down at my dog, Trey, and take Reisner Veterinarian's post and share it and cause more hate from their positive only and force-free supporters onto my Facebook page, my Google reviews, and cause such a social media mob for them to also make fun of my children. Annie Phoenix supports bullying. Annie Phoenix supports making fun of children. And how do I know this? Because Annie Phoenix never put out an apology or a public apology for any of the actions of her supporters. If I released a video, even this one, I don't expect you to go to her Google or Facebook reviews and leave bad comments. Don't do that. Be an adult. Just take in what I'm showing you. Annie Phoenix did not do that. She liked the fact that people were causing me harassment. So Annie Phoenix has this book that she wrote, which she shared on her business page, Midnight Dog Walkers. And that was where she shared Reisner Veterinarian's critique of my video of dog training, which I am fine with anybody giving me criticism. Reisner Veterinarian Services and Annie Phoenix are scared of criticism. That's why they have 0.0. It's almost like a negative. If there was a -1 on the scale, that's where she's at in dog training videos, because there are none. So you would imagine that Annie Phoenix has a book that's written called The Midnight Dog Walkers, Positive Training and Practical Advice for Living with Reactive and Aggressive Dogs. Even in the picture that she has, I think she's choking the dog with a buckle collar on. She has a book on it. Don't you think she would have some videos on this advice that could be magical to people for seeing it? Think about all the owners struggling. We're going to go take a look. Let's go take a look. And at first, let's go to her website. So this is Annie Phoenix's website. Let's read through it here. This is like one of the first times I ever actually looked at it. It has all the nice little letters. Some people have all these nice little letters. I don't know that person. Okay, she wants you to really buy this book. She wants you to really buy this book, but there's no video footage on. When I'm in the middle of writing my own book, but you'll see video footage. I show you the scientific evidence. Right? I don't tell you about it. So who knows, in this book we may see her saying she used a banana to food lure a dog into jumping out of an airplane, and it landed with no parachute, perfectly fine, and then went right into it down. She told you. She has all these letters after her name. It must be true. But she doesn't have to show you a video now. So let's go to her credentials. I don't even know what this person looks like. So even in this picture here, to me, in this dog has negative reinforcement on, and so right about there. So there's no loose leash, actually. She has all these certifications. She's a member of the Pet Professionals Guild, supports cyberbullying. She is an association for force-free professionals. That's funny. There's a picture, whoever's in this picture, of actually using force. Even if it's the slightest amount, we have to call it for what it is, right? And we have these members of this and that. Okay, cool. So let's go to YouTube. Surely, Annie Phoenix must have. Oh, she does have a YouTube. Wow. My kids have 960 more subscribers than her. My kids are no more than 10 years old. So, wow. You got 41 subscribers there, Annie. Okay. Let's click. If you're watching this video, can you take a guess on how many videos Annie Phoenix has? I don't know. Hit it up in the comment section. We're all going to be surprised here. So here we go. Let's click. Surely she has a whole book on dog reactivity. So I'm thinking she should have a minimum of 10 videos. What do you think? Okay, let's see. Cool. Oh, I see a video. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, here we go. Click on videos. What? What? How does anybody take this person serious? She doesn't have her settings set, so to hide her, I'll go through this and see who she's subscribed to another time. No discussion. All right, so 6 years ago, right, we have one video of an out-of-sight leash recall. Let's watch it.
Good boy. Good. Echo, come. Here, Ray. Echo, come. Come.
How many times is she going to ask for a recall? 3, 4? 4 times. The communication to her dogs was not effective whatsoever. I think she said, Echo, come, good girl, yes, good girl, yes, good girl, come. That's not how you, and you wrote books? You wrote books? I want to see more videos. If she gets a chance to watch this, I would love to see more videos. I thought I saw some more things when I looked up her name. I don't know if this is her, so I'm not going to click on it and watch something that's not her. Sorry if you see anything that doesn't belong there. This kind of looks like she's training somebody here, so hold on. Hold on, where was it at? It's an older video, so I'm going to give it that. It says Annie is training some dog here. Let's hear her talk.
And I'm a professional dog trainer.
Yep, there she is, I guess.
Think of a stray dog that ended up, for whatever reason, at the Humane Society of Fort Worth. She's part of a very unique competition called the Extreme Mutt Makeover. It's the first of its kind, and hopefully will soon be national. 10 trainers were selected from across the country, and I'm honored to be one of those 10. We were assigned at random 10 dogs that were deemed unadoptable. They'd either been lingering at the shelter, they were adopted and returned a few times. You know, not necessarily a typical shelter dog, but a dog that
I congratulate her for doing shelter and rescue work.
6 weeks to
I was on the board of a shelter for
sit down, come,
8-9 years, vice president.
A recall. And we were also given a unique opportunity to give a 90-second demonstration of the dog at its best.
So let's just see if there's any negative reinforcement or positive punishment done. Negative reinforcement to guide them to whatever they're doing. Whenever there's tension on the leash, because it's just an extension of your hand, you either have negative reinforcement or positive punishment. There really isn't any way around it. It's not really up for discussion. It's just the way that things are. Sorry, I'm going to check my phone here. Okay. I don't know if this is going to play, but the leash does have some kind of tension on it. Let me check my, yeah, my internet's working. Well, we've seen enough. I mean, we only have 1 or 2 videos. She has no videos. The point is on her book. You would think somebody that has written a book on dog reactivity would have some kind of videos on dog reactivity, positive training. Let's read what this is here. $120 an hour. Well, all I've seen so far was a pretty poorly done recall and absolutely no videos whatsoever on her book. My book will have videos on how to. So stay tuned for that. I expected positive only force free dog trainers who write books not to have any videos, and I was correct. I would love to critique her work because she likes to share criticism. So surely she would be up for some kind of criticism from me. She's using fear-free, scientifically backed training protocols. These are the nice, dandy words they like to use. Fear-free. It's just nonsense. Nonsense words. Because I seen her use negative reinforcement with the leash, but that was an older video. If somebody could send me a newer video in the comments with her walking around with a dog on a leash and training him, I would like to see that. You can see plenty of my training videos, and nobody has yet to have any training videos from Reisner Veterinary Services. But with this new show that I'm going to do about criticizing, oh, did that say fear and force-free dog training? Lie. So right off the bat, we know Phoenix, we know that, what's her name, Annie Phoenix is a liar. There's no such thing as force-free. If there's a leash attached to the dog, like I pointed out before, and that is negative reinforcement or positive punishment, that leash that she has in her hands communicates to the dog almost non-stop if there's any tension. All right, so if that is a training tool. So imagine Annie has a whistle in her mouth, and she's hitting the whistle nonstop using communication verbally nonstop. This here leash is constant communication with this tool. So actually being force-free is a complete lie and a myth, and it does not exist. These two dogs would have to be what you would call naked, where they have absolutely no tools, no harness, no buckle collar, no martingale, no gentle leader, nothing, no leash whatsoever attached to them, and then you can call it force-free. But even then it gets tricky, because if you're stimulating their ears at all, using any type of verbal commands, you're still using verbal, audible force to stimulate their ears for them to do a command. So this is why it doesn't exist. And I will always pick that apart. Because if we don't pick that apart, this force-free movement will continue. And people will buy into it because it sounds nice. It doesn't exist. Again, if you go to like articles she wrote, probably look at all these articles. Great. Hitler wrote books too and articles. You know that, right? I want to see videos. Videos of the dog training. Anybody could write an article. Anybody could write an article. Let's see the videos. So if anybody could get the videos, hit me up please on in the comments. I will end this. Unfortunately, I thought we were going to have some videos from Phoenix Dogs. We don't, so I can't continue this video at all. So if you have another positive only force-free dog trainer you want me to critique, send them my way. I will prove to you using science and facts that their positive only and force-free methods do not exist. It's a fallacy. Take care, everyone.